On February 12, 2016, conservatives wept the loss of possibly the greatest conservative Supreme Court of the United States justice of all time, Antonin Scalia. Unfortunately, those bogged down by partisanship were not able to mourn in the passing of somebody that cared about America so much. They devoted his life to it. He died unexpectedly while on a ranch in Texas. His life from his birth in New Jersey to his death in Texas was one fighting for freedom from government, privacy, justice, and many more conservative ideals that helped America. His fiery dissents against the liberal propaganda being perpetrated on we the people, and as fiery opinions laying out a future for America. He was known as an originalist in the 70s and 80s, one who thought the Constitution should be interpreted in all aspects how the founders had in mind when they wrote those sacred words. Today, March 11th, would have marked the 81st of many of his years to illustrious career. Unfortunately, he's not here to celebrate, so we must pay tribute to such a great man. This article was written on March 11, 2017 by myself, honoring Antonin Scalia, and I continue. He went through his court hearings untouched and ready to get to work. He wrote his dissent for the memorable case Casey versus Planned Parenthood, where he stated, quote, "The issue is whether it is a liberty protected by the Constitution of the United States. I am sure it is not. I reached that conclusion not because of anything so exalted as my views concerning the concept of existence, of meaning, of the universe, and of the mystery of human life. Rather, I reach it for the same reason I reached the conclusion that bigamy is not constitutionally protected, because of two simple facts. The Constitution says absolutely nothing about it, and the long-standing traditions of American society have permitted it to be legally inscribed." And again, in 2015, just 7 months before his tragic death, he wrote the dissent to Obergefell v. Hodges, where he states, "The substance of today's decree is not immense personal importance to me. The law can recognize as marriage whatever sexual attachments and living arrangements at which, and can accord them favorable civil consequences from tax treatment to the right of inheritance. Those civil consequences and the public approval that conferring the name of marriage evidence can perhaps have adverse social effects, but no more adverse than the effects of many other controversial laws. So it is not of special importance to me what the law says about marriage. It is of overwhelming importance, however, who it is that rules me. Today's decree says that my ruler and ruler of 320 million Americans coast to coast, the majority of 9 lawyers on the Supreme Court. The opinion in these cases is the furthest extension, in fact, and the furthest extension no one can even imagine, the court's claimed power to create liberties that the Constitution and its amendments neglect to mention. The practice of constitutional revision by an unelected committee of 9 always accompanies, as it is to today, by extravagant praise of liberty, robs the people of the most important liberty they assert in the Declaration of Independence and won the Revolution of 1776, the freedom to govern themselves. Justice Scalia cared about America. He cared about their future. He was sad when he wandered into adding new perspectives about the Constitution when there was only one. Yet a majority of Americans were not saddened when he died. That, my friend, is sad. Thank you.